in here for the mid lane. What do you think would work best in terms of synergy, in terms of pushing towers, and team fight?
Because they don't have super great ways. Actually, no, the sniper's bad. They have got the Bat Rider. They've got the Clockwork. BK, it's something tanky, hard to pressure out of lane.
You go with an Alchemist.
So another hero that's, you know, it's easier to force out a lane in the early game, but scaling into the late game with that Alchemist is going to be very scary. And Navi did struggle to deal with G's Alchemist against Vega yesterday, so VP may be thinking, you know, they didn't have a great way to deal with it then. They don't seem to have a great way to deal with it now. And the pressure is certainly on Navi right now to end the game very quickly.
All right. Well, what are you feeling right now looking at this draft? Who do you feel has the better edge here?
I'm gonna give the edge to VP. That Alchemist last pick puts a very large timer on Navi. Scaling into the late game is going to be very difficult for Navi compared to the Alchemist draft. There's a lot of good ags on this draft. All of them actually have very good ags. So if this gets in an ultra late game scenario, the edge, it's going to be on Navi. The pressure.
All right. Well, like we've said before, with any Alchemist pickup, like you said, it's definitely a ticking time bomb. You can kind of slow him down. Usually, you can, you know, buy yourself some more space, but eventually, Alchemist is going to get what he needs, and he's going to become a huge problem. So, looks like we do have a pause. I'm not sure if there's any sort of connection issues coming out here from the side of either of these teams, but we're here. We're in game number 3, and this is going to be super hype. The winner of this advances into the grand finals, which are tomorrow. A lot of stuff on the line here. This is our first major. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, first major of the season, and 2 big titans of the region going up against each other. And we got a best of 3. We got a full game 3 coming out too. So a lot on the line for both of these teams. I know they've probably played more Dota in the last couple of weeks than they maybe expected, but a lot of qualifiers to play, and I'm just happy to be here watching what the results are.
I mean, I'd expect nothing less from, you know, 2 major titans of the Dota scene, VP and Navi here, that we would get the full 3 games. So this is very, very, very exciting, being able to follow them through this major's qualifier. And let's see what ends up happening here.
That was really close for Lil on the Earth Spirit there. Almost gets his ward spotted out, but just barely walks around the Witch Doctor that he doesn't even know is there. And both of the supports getting very nice wards, going to give very good vision to the high ground for their mid laners.
I like how Solo's just kind of hanging out in the trees here. Just like, all right, we're good here. We'll just wait here for the game to begin.
I think, if I'm not crazy, I think they're sending Dendi top lane, and they're going to put Crystallize mid against the Alchemist. Try and give him bit of an easier lane.
Now that definitely could be the case. I mean, you see Dendi over here at the top, so
yeah, that's what's happening. They're trying to match the Zeus up against the Enchantress, or the Magic Burst potential, and they're trying to put Crystallize up against the Alchemist. Ooh, down bottom. They get the runes.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a fight going on over here. Looks like they're able to grab that rune away from the Radiant. I think they used the cogs. Roger threw those out as well, so nice start off down here for him. And already we're seeing the Earth Spirit standing nearby. Lil going to be able to do a little bit of babysitting to get no one started and feeling real comfortable. But yeah, we do see Crystallize here in the mid lane. Dark Courier has already been taken down because of the sniping coming out here from our Disruptor. And already Crystallize is like, oh man, having to deal with multiple people here in this mid lane.
Yeah, this is the meta.
Now 3 people. Solo's going to get on this action too.
This is the meta for the meta for like 1v1 mids is pretty much dead. It's 2 or 3 people in your lane at all times. But we are going to see Lil rotate up to the top lane instead.
Roger's so patient. He wants this courier. Oh no!
He's gonna get it.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
Oh, that's the boots.
Boots are gone. A little bit of a taunt coming out here. Oh, that's right. That's the default taunt. Lil, they're gonna get a kill on Dendi up here. Yeah, Pasha gonna be able to get the first blood.
Yeah, that
Nice rotation, and more movement coming out here over in mid. Roger coming forward. He's looking over here at Solo. We'll be able to use the cogs, burn a bunch of mana off.
Yeah,
Doesn't have any clarities too, so he's got to actually go back and see the taunts coming out from no one. No one loves his taunts.
Yeah. They seem to pick up my heroes that have the taunts. You saw the Venomancer, never seen the Alchemist dance around.
I mean, the Venomancer is just a dirty hero right now. They go and they jump over onto Dendi yet again. They don't quite connect, though, with that roll. And Roger has made his way up to the top lane here. We'll be able to provide some support. Maybe in a little bit of trouble here. Tries to juke himself up away into the tree. Nico finds him, though.
This is so worth it for VP.
It's making so much space.
Even if they lose Lil here, they're happy. Dendi's going to abandon. He's missing a lot of CS right now. And Pasha's getting a huge level advantage. Dendi's still level 2. Oh, only just now hitting level 2.
Well, he had that kill early on. Pasha was able to get the kill. I mean, Lil's just... He's accepted his fate here. And it looks like Seneko will be able to get that kill. But, you know, again, worth it. Definitely. Space created. Making more space for Pasha to just go ahead and really harass Dendi. Yeah, that heal coming out. Those sprites just do so much healing early on.
Yeah, and all of this is giving space for the Alchemist, which is the big one. Crystallize, he's trying to heal up through the Blood Rage, but he also doesn't want to stay in any Acid Spray. And it's just burning him down so quickly. Alchemist able to get as much farm as he wants. There's a haste rune on Roger, so you might see a rotation.
I think he's looking over at Earth Spirit. I don't know if he's going to try to do anything here, though, but he is zooming around here. Speedy little robot. How's bottom lane going here? General just keeps spamming out those sticky napalm stacks, but yeah, Ramsey's having a little bit of a difficult time here. About even, though, with the Bat Rider. 10 and 2 on Ramsey's, 11 on General. More movement, though, going up top. They're really trying to protect Denzi here. He's having kind of a tough lane. He's got double mangoes going on right now, too.
I mean, he has to. This is such a weird lane for a Zeus to be in. This top lane, normally you want Zeus access to both of the runes as well as the bounty runes that spawn off to the side so that you can get that bottle, keep it full, but
look at Pasha. Pasha just walks right through. Unfortunately falls right into their plan, though. Is going to get cogged up here, and there's a lot of damage coming out. Goes ahead, she pops the wand over here. This heal coming out from sprites, level 1 is... Oh, it's level 2, actually. Just so good. She actually turns herself back around. She considers going back in on this.
I mean, it's 60 HP per second. They just don't have the damage to deal with that.
Not yet, anyways. The mid lane right now, no one's still ahead just by a little bit. Pretty evenly matched up, though, and 22 and 4 on him for CS, 21 and 8 on Bloodseeker.
Unfortunately for Navi, being a little bit or about even with an Alchemist means that you're a fair chunk behind. What
was it, the patch of Life Stealer nonstop, where you either had to be exactly even with him or no, you couldn't even be exactly even, if I remember correctly. Yeah. You had to
be one item ahead at all times.
Yeah, because he was just too strong. Don't miss those days.
I mean, here I was thinking the days of Alchemist are gone, but Roger's at least sapping some XP, hitting his levels.
Roger, where's your taunt?
Yeah, he's not spamming it just yet, Moxie.
I'm so used to him just
for her
non-stop training.
Crystallize, but I mean, the damage is just there for me.
I mean, he's a Weaver. This is kind of what happens early on, but we do see some more pincering action coming around the corner. Lil and Roger will give each other the goo-goo eyes as they move around. Seneko also coming in, though. There's the Rupture up and running over here onto no one. They're going to make sure that he can't TP out. We'll get a couple nice bounces off us. They bounce off of Lil onto no one, but they will move themselves back. Gank is not completely...
It's just dancing. He doesn't even
care. I mean, he knows that they can't go anywhere near him. Like, Crystallize took a lot of damage from the acid spray on top of everything else that was being thrown in, so... You know, they're trying to slow down no one, but...
Yeah.
No one's doing a great job here. He's not too concerned. Yeah, top lane, Dendi's going to have to TP himself out because he just can't deal with Pasha. Pasha just not enough damage quite yet. It's going to start to get really scary when Pasha hits level 6 and has Impetus. Bottom lane, though, they do get a kill over onto the Bat Rider as well.
When he went for the TP out, it was not successful. They really need to find a way to kill this Alchemist. He's almost about to level 6. Once he hits that, I don't think they have the damage to kill him. And I don't know when that damage is going to come online for them.
Got the babysitting coming out here from Solo too. Solo actually going to run face first over into Roger. Snako coming in as well. Couple bounces coming off here. Looks like it's still going to be a dead Solo, but no one. He's coming in here hot, and he's going to try to help him out. Looks like Roger, again, he's very, very tanky. No one's going to be held in place here. Can't really run because of the rupture. We'll just kind of hang out, stand in place, and during all this, Dendi dies again to Pasha, and we've got the level 6 on our Enchantress, so I'm wondering if that was just all that impetus damage.
It wouldn't be too surprising at all, but it actually doesn't. You know, looking at the fight recap, it doesn't look like there was any impetus used. It's just phase boots and a couple of rolling boulders from the Earth Spirit.
Poor Dendi. He's not having a good time in that lane, and they're dedicating so many resources to try to slow down no one, and it's not even really working.
I mean, last time, yesterday when Navi went up against the Alchemist, they had the Broodmother mid. They were able to, you know, put a lot of pressure on in the early game, and then even getting a couple of solo kills onto G. But this game, they just don't have that same solution. Bloodseeker, you know, he gets a lot of bonus damage from Thirst, but he doesn't have that burst damage. He wants really long, sustained, drawn-out fights, but that's exactly where an Alchemist thrives, because you get so much regen from Chemical Rage. It was a really nice draft from VP to pick up that Alchemist at the last pick.
Yeah, and it's also interesting to note on top of that, we've been seeing Ramses actually being the one drafting in this last series here. I think he was drafting in the former one as well.
He does draft. Ramses is the drafter for VP. He does that all the time.
Here's the Bugs coming forward here. Dendi, he's just trying to find any sort of space here. Nuke comes up, but they'll still be able to take him down.
He's having a really, really rough time. They drafted him the Zeus, expecting, you know, probably a more traditional, or not traditional mid, but you know, somebody like maybe the Death Prophet or even the DK wouldn't have been too bad. But this Alchemist pick just forced Dendi out of lane, and he's not able to find his farm anywhere else.
I mean, this is pretty scary too. Like the amount of damage that Pasha's done here, just, you know, murdering Dendi over and over again. Has also been chipped down pretty far too, so they're going to be losing some of the control of their jungle over here on the side of the Dire. And there's just so much space again for no one, who's I believe he's completed his armlet now.
Yeah, Crystallize. I think they know that they can't really do too much against Alchemist in the early game. They know they don't have the damage. So their only solution is try and wait out the late game. He's got the Midas queued up. I don't think it's the best solution, but I think it's the only one that's really available for Navi, is just try and not necessarily outscale, but outplay VP in the late game.
They gotta be careful too making these stacks. It looks like, you know, they're able to take down the Enchantress creep that's kind of keeping an eye over here. But, you know, if they make too many stacks, there is a very happy no one who would love to take part in those. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on that and making sure that they don't let him take those. While this is all going on, Ramsey's down here in the bot lane. He's finished up his Aquila and looking to go towards that Diffusal Blade. Pretty standard stuff here. Nothing too wild. And it's... Poor Dendi is just trying his best here. He does have his level 6 now. But this is not really how he envisioned this going.
He's really far down there on the net worth chart. And Pasha is actually in 3rd overall right now, even ahead of his own safe lane Weaver. 4k net worth on him, and closing in on Crystallize on that mid lane Bloodseeker, who's making even more stacks in that jungle. Looks like he's going to try and farm that up with the blood right there. Or maybe leaving them for Dendi to try and catch up. But either way, like you said, if no one spots these out, he'd be more than happy to take those and help rush his Radiance along.
Absolutely. They spot Roger just running around in their woods. They know that he's standing nearby. He's trying to get any information over here. Will dodge himself around, though. Doesn't want to go up against the Earthshaker. Or sorry, not the Earthshaker, the Spirit over here. And look, we're already seeing no one. He's moved on to the other half of the map and just starting to take a lot of control here and farm up.
He's taking one of those stacks, too. I think triple stack.
Silence gets thrown out. Roger in a little bit of trouble here. Looks like he's going to get taken down, and that's going to be a nice kill going on to Solo.
Midas completed for Crystallize, so the prep for the game begins. Navi trying to recover farm as fast as they can.
Glimpse coming back though over here onto Slice, use the Static Storm, all silenced up. Roger trying to come forward, uses the cogs, but unfortunately can't save him. They does burn quite a bit of the mana though coming out, but they'll just be happy to farm up those cogs in the meanwhile. And we see Crystallize drop even further here. 7k net worth on the Alchemist, 4.6 over onto the Enchantress, and then Crystallize on 4.3. He is ahead of the Weaver though.
I mean,
that's a small consolation.
It's a start, right? Weaver is definitely a scary late game hero, so keeping ahead of him is always good, but he's got a Midas that's on cooldown, not doing him any favors. There's an Enchantress that's pushing in their top.
Yeah, Pasha is in a little bit of trouble here. We'll be able to go ahead, rupture her, followed up with a lot of the Firefly. They do have Lasso if they want to go use it. They pop the drums, they're not going to need it. Right at Juke, look at the Serpent in action, and then they grab themselves a little, drag him back here through all of this Firefly. We'll be able to get the stun off though, over onto Crystallize. They'll still be able to clean up though, and that's 2 kills on Crystallize, which he sorely needs.
Yeah, that was really, really good play from General, and Crystallize holding onto the Lasso, realizing they don't really need it against the Enchantress. Either she runs and we just get to hit her, because normally, you know, she's got so much Intangible Slow she just runs away, or, you know, she goes for a TP out and we Lasso.
We get the Death Ward getting used over here onto the side. We'll be able to glimpse back though. Now Solo is going to have to run himself out. Still taking a little bit of damage here. He's ticking very, very low. Pasha, he's going to be able to throw up the sprites, try to heal him up, and they're doing quite a number here. Looks like the kinetic field comes out. We'll push Roger and Seneko back. In fact, looked a little bit scary for a minute. There's no actual mana though left over onto Disruptor, and they'll be able to walk out of that.
Will he maybe spot Weaver in the top lane? No blink on bat yet though, so no chance for initiation. Even then, Lasso's still on cooldown for him. So Weaver gonna be just fine. Meanwhile, no one is just farming these massive, massive stacks.
He's gonna have this Radiance so soon.
They do spot him out.
Nice little flare. He doesn't seem to care though.
Immediately pops the Chemical Rage. Yeah, he's gonna have that after farming this stack. He's got 13.5 minute Radiance. That's
very
disgusting.
scary for the side on the V.
Yeah, he's actually ready to fight now. Like, Alchemists can farm a lot, but when you get such an early Radiance time in...
Ooh, they do have, oh, the cogs coming out will actually keep Roger into place, but they TP right on top of it. There's the roll coming in from Lil and Seneko. He tries to use that ultimate to take him down. There's the armlet toggle coming out from no one. That was very ambitious here. Yeah, they... does the dance over here because they went and they tried to gank on top of a shrine.
Crystallize is running in. Crystallize is running in.
He's trying real hard. Oh, there's the rupture. No one still just keeps taunting his way up to the high ground.
The toggles.
Toggling through it. Oh, man. Was a nice try. Nice try coming out from Crystallize. Unfortunately, just not going to work out for him. We'll try to take some of Alchemist's farm in the meanwhile, though.
I mean, if Bloodseeker was a little bit faster, they're a little bit sooner, he could have actually caught him before he gets up to the high ground, but unfortunately he's not able to get the rupture.
That has blink. Yeah, there's the jump forward immediately. We'll be able to take out the Witch Doctor. They do get the kill though over onto or the Weaver rather. Oh my gosh. Jump forward. Spirits come out here from Pasha. They're going to keep running after them. They don't have that lasso. They just used it. Trying to try to burn him down. Also doing a lot of body blocking. Trying to keep Pasha back. That we'll be able to throw out a frame flake. Boom her back as well. And are they going to dive this tower? It doesn't look like they're going to. Solo now in position. He's looking to go ahead. Find a kinetic. Yeah. Glimpse comes back. That's a dead bat.
Really nice play there from Lil too. Like, he drops the boulder, kicks and silences in the same thing.
Oh, he grabs Roger too. Solo actually going to be able to roll in coming in from Lil. We'll be able to use the Magnetize still. Giving chase here for by a shrine. I'm not sure if they want to continue doing this. We'll try though. Anyways, Lil going to have to run himself back. He's just getting stunned up by that battery assault. Roger, he's going to get caught over here in the kinetic field. But Rupture gets used over on Solo. He's going to have to go and TP himself away. During all of this though, we lose Roger. We lose Solo. Two different fights going on.
And meanwhile, no one has decided to...
He's got his Radiance online. That's scary.
Where are you going?
Yeah, the slow coming out here from Posh. We'll be able to go ahead, use the Impetus. Maybe let him... No, I was going to say, are they going to let Nellen get this kill? But Pasha will be able to close it up there.
I mean, he doesn't need it. He's got 12,000 net worth online. He's got Radiance. He's got bots. He's got the armlet. At this point, no one is just massive. He's got almost double the net worth of Bloodseeker, who's his closest opponent. Dendi still struggling down there in like 6th position. He's had such a tough game.
Ramses has got his diffusal blade online. It's gonna be helpful as well. But yeah, Crystallize. He's got a double damage rune right now, but he still doesn't have any items.
Nice scan coming out from the Dire there. They do spot the smoke rotation. Decide to go forward anyway, though.
Oh, big fight coming up over here on the tier 2 tower. Looks like Batride trying to run himself out. Takes a lot of damage in the kinetic field. In the comes Roger. Is able to cog 2 different heroes over here. Right into that blood. Right. Crystallize is going to be able to clean up nicely. And the rest of Virtus just going to walk themselves away. Not that Jaren just went anywhere near there, but...
That was a huge hook shot. Like, that was, I think, almost max range from Roger, but... does secure them 3 very nice kills.
And they all went over onto Crystallize, which was perfect. They definitely needed that for him.
Yeah. I would say the only other person that could maybe use it more is Dendi, but Dendi's gonna scale eventually. He'll get there, guys. It's Dendi. We all know him. We all love him.
Yeah, he's got the Veil up and running at the very least now, so that's going to be a huge help to him. But more action going on here in the woods. Lil is looking over on the side, does drop a ward over here. Now they do have the sentry. Crystallize immediately pulls it down, so that alerts them. Glimpse coming back here will be able to throw out the kinetic field. And during all this, Ramsey gets a kill over onto Seneko, and they turn themselves around. Oh, that unstable concoction will land though, and Crystallize, after getting a nice double kill, unfortunately will not be able to really finish up here. There's going to be another cogs coming out. Looks like Roger is going to hookshot himself out over onto Dendi, but the glimpse is there, and it's actually going to go over onto Dendi. Unstable concoction coming forward. Oh no, our Thunder God's in a lot of trouble here. That last uphill miss though. He gets over to the shrine, but it's not fast enough. The drag comes in though. They're going to be able to at least be able to grab this disruptor, get a revenge, possibly Solo running himself out though. Those spirits, they were doing so much, but unfortunately they get separated. Pasha was trying. Really
nice force staff coming out from Pasha. Almost saves the disruptor, but nice little tick there at the end. Does secure the kill. Is just a disruptor for Zeus.
General. They don't have anything to interrupt TP though.
But he is forced to TP out while they have a creep wave on the tower, which is not ideal. He's gonna back up though. Doesn't feel confident just yet with Bloodseeker up and running. Just I mean, they're just gonna give no one more and more space, right? He's got it. He's gonna work towards his Manta. He's probably gonna have that by 20 minutes. Yeah, about 21 minutes for him.
Then he's getting really close to the Radiance now over on the Bloodseeker, so he's starting to catch up here. Still nowhere near no one, though. 15k net worth over on the Alchemist, 8k on the Bloodseeker. This guy is just balling out of control over here.
Dendi being very greedy. He wants to get himself a Bloodstone, which, I mean, that's ballsy, considering how much pressure they've been putting on him. But if he is able to get it, and then they get a couple of kills, a couple of team fights, could be the start of a swing back in Navi's favor for sure.
TP comes out here on the bot lane. They do realize that Ramses has found himself a Roger. Cogs come out, but unfortunately, there's just too much damage being pumped out. We'll get the kill. And Lil actually going to be the one who cleans up. There's a big Zeus ult coming out. Does get the kill over onto Seneko, and we lose Solo in the meanwhile on top of that, but... Oh, the slow coming out again. They need something to interrupt these TPs.
Yeah, they are a little bit late on stuns, which is one advantage of Navi's draft. They've got plenty of disables, but right now that's not their issue. They're having a lot of damage issues, which is something that VP has in spades. And I mean, just taking a look at this net worth graph, slowly but steadily climbing up to almost a 10k net worth lead for VP. Experience, pretty similar story, up to 4k in their favor.
And look at that dip though from a couple of those fights that just went a little off. Bottom lane, they spy a Roger. Roger already pops that battery, so he wants to just run himself away. That Rider standing nearby though should be able to help him out a little bit. Blinks himself forward and force staffs Roger out of danger.
Some nice teamwork coming up from Navi. No, I got you back, Roger. Don't worry. And Radiance is online for Crystallize now.
They know they're there. They're looking for him. Yeah, they find him over here into the trees. They find General. Easy peasy. That's definitely a dead Bat Rider. That snipe coming in. Glimpse comes back as well over onto Roger. He is stuck in his cogs with 3 heroes that he does not want to be with. And looks like Lil will be able to throw the stone out. During all this, though, no one goes into the jungle. He finds himself a crystallize, and he just murders them.
Yep. Radiance against Radiance. I think Alchemist wins that one. But,
oh, boy. That is not what crystallize needed during this.
He's going for the BKB next. It's really early, and it's not going to really help their damage issues, but it needs it in these fights to stay alive. You got Magnetize coming out.
Look at Sadeko! Sadeko just runs away immediately when he sees Al come in with the boots of travel.
He has to. Like...
No, agreed. It was just... I guess I'm laughing because this is something that happens frequently to me as I'm playing support. You know, you're doing your own thing. You're like, oh, this looks like a wave that I can, you know, maybe farm up. My chorus hasn't touched it yet. And then all of a sudden the Tinker... Or someone, usually it's the Tinker though. The Tinker, you see him like starting to teleport and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Because you know at that point, he's got a blink. He's got a Dagon. I'm just dead. And it's like the slowest death is the scariest and the worst kind of death.
Yeah, just getting run down by an Alchemist Radiance.
Yeah.
Maybe he chucks out an Unstable if he's feeling particularly vengeful. And 20k net worth lead now on Alchemist. I'm just officially doubling up on Crystallize at 10k, and still Denty struggling to keep that farm up.
You feel so bad for Crystallize though, because he's going now for the BKB. Immediately though, the jump in coming out here from the Batrider will be able to grab Solo, but unfortunately can't drag him out fast enough because of that unstable concoction. Look at these Enchantress arrows just flying in. Now Crystallize gonna be forced to run himself away. Roger also just kind of juking around in the trees. We'll throw out a cheeky little rock to...
VP's just going to take this.
They go right into the Roche.
Yeah, they go right into the pit. Because, I mean, they've almost got Octarine up on Alk. This Roche might even just give him the gold to do it. And then you've got Octarine, Radiance, Armlet, Aegis, Alchemist running at your tier 3s. And
Roger needs to be careful here. He gets spotted out immediately by Lil. Lil gonna go do a little chase here. There are the TPs coming out to the shrine. We'll be able to go ahead and cog up Lil. Throws out the kick though here. We'll be able to get Cask off. Does get a bounce or two, but will be enough to save Roger's life. Smoke comes out. They're looking for maybe a pick here. Oh, the glimpse comes back. This
nice hook shot forward.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be able to throw out the cogs. And stable concoction comes out as well. Couple bounces. Roger living on the edge over here, but they're gonna have to lose this tier 2.
Yeah, they are going to go for a trade. Crystallize pushing in down bottom. I don't really think VP cares. Like, he's just going to put a little pressure. They are going to send the Weaver back. They don't want to have to give up any objectives that they don't need to.
I mean, he could always technically time-lapse right back up to where he is, too, but... I just feel bad. You know, you look at Crystallize. He's had kind of a rough game. He's had to lane against the Alchemist. Had some difficulties with that. Dies a couple times here, and now he's got to go for the BKB. Like... This is not a fun time to be playing the Bloodseeker. They are able to spot out the Enchantress, though. She goes ahead, throws up the sprites, and look at this. Doesn't care. Just walks herself over across the river to the loving arms of Lil and Solo and says, all right, that was cute.
I mean, you're getting 100 HP per second with that.
Glimpse comes back over onto Crystallize. This is not something he needs right now. Static Storm comes out on top of that unstable concoction. No one is just unstoppable. This Alchemist is
He's
a
throwing out
beast.
the taunts, too.
Cogs come out. Burns up a bunch of that mana. The roll comes in though from Lil. He's looking. He gets the stun off. Buy themselves a little bit of time, but these guys are just so efficient.
Yeah, Batrider is going to cut the waves, trying to delay. They're trying to delay this push with everything they've got.
He's going to be really careful here because there are people TPing the shrine. They spot him. Yeah, he's going to have to blink himself into the Roche pit. Immediately tries to TP himself out. They don't have anything to cancel it.
Solo started the glimpse. Like he was raising his arm up to get the glimpse on the Batrider, and then just barely in the nick of time makes it out. So close.
Risky plays. All right, well, Dendy has his Bloodstone, so that's a step forward here. This is
I just don't know how they kill this Alchemist. Like, they haven't been able to do it yet. He's 606 right now. It's 25 minutes in. He's got Radiance, Octarine. He's got Aegis, so even if they kill him once, he just comes back and does it again.
I don't know how they deal with this. I don't think they have enough damage because, I mean, you look at Crystallize, he hasn't been able to buy any real damage items other than, you know, the Radiance, which is, you know, nice and all, but it's not enough to take down an Alchemist. maybe you get lucky and you can dump out a ton of damage using this Witch Doctor, the Maledict, and of course, you know, his Death Ward, and then of course you got Dendi, but like, these guys are just melting in these fights, or they're getting a really good pick off to start with, and then they're taking, you know, using their advantage.
Yeah, again, the problem comes down to burst damage versus sustained damage. Navi has a lot of sustained damage, right? They have heroes that are really good at running you down. Bloodseeker, Witch Doctor, Batrider. Zeus is really their only burst damage, but once he drops Lightning Bolt and his ulti, after that he's a lot of sustained damage over time. And that's where an Alchemist just thrives. And even in some ways, Ramses, he's got the Lincolns online now, he's got time-lapse, so it's really difficult for Navi to just kill these heroes off and let it be done with.
Lincoln just popped over onto Ramsey. A couple bounces coming out from Cass, but again, no one. He's got an Aegis. He's not too concerned. Goes ahead, he pops the Manta, turns himself around. The Maledict comes out as well. They're just trying to find the opening. Glimpse comes out though. We'll be able to grab 2 heroes. Unfortunately, the Static Storm not going to be able to quite do it. The Yules comes out though, does prevent Batrider from dragging into that building. He's going to get downed. Ramses now, he's got his eyes over here onto Roger. Roger trying to run himself back. Will be able to use the cog, save himself a little bit of time here. And Cass comes out again. Maledict. They're just going to reset and go back in. Again, Alk has this Aegis. It's going to just go right there, throw out the Unstable Concoction. It lands over backwards, and they get the glimpse off over onto Dendi. Dendi is toast. They're going to try to take out the Roger here. Roger in a little bit of trouble. He does get healed up by the Bloodstone. He might actually still go down during all that. Yeah, the acid spray on the ground still does the job, and no one back up. Yules comes out over here onto the side. Looks like they're going to try to... Oh, the BKB comes out from Crystallize. As though he's gonna try to fight them off. Solo's actually gonna get taken down, and no one realizes, okay, I guess it's time to go.
They hold high ground. They hold high ground. They don't lose any buildings, and they don't lose any buybacks. So
they lose Bloodstone charges though.
Yeah, they definitely they're not in a good position, Moxie, but it wasn't the worst position. And it was a hold, right? They didn't get tier 3. They didn't get any racks. It was a hold. No buybacks were forced. It's a sign of life for Navi. This means that do have that opportunity to delay the fight enough. They took really good advantage of no one's downtime with his ult. As soon as it was almost...
we got an Ags on Ramses.
Well, now the game just gets nigh impossible. Oh, you successfully bursted down our Alchemist. Give him back his health from 5 seconds ago.
What a gift. The gift that keeps on giving here, literally.
It's here, give this, I give this to you so that you can help me.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm sure he's happy to have it anyways. More stats, right? Oh boy, Crystallize and Dendi are in not a great position here. In fact, the Yules comes out. Looks like Dendi was trying to get out quickly. Not going to be the case. He actually uses the Suicide on his Bloodstone. Crystallize is still dead though. And VP just march on towards victory here.
They don't buy back. This is probably a lane of racks, I want to say.
All the chat wheel coming out. Man, I guess all the pro players really miss those sounds too, right?
Oh, I miss them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe not while casting, but I definitely miss them.
Oh yeah, during games, I'm like reaching for Crybaby and it's not there. What is life without these sounds to spam to my mid player who keeps complaining that they're ganking him? You're familiar with that, Board. You play mid.
Listen, I don't cry. I don't cry about getting ganked. I cry about having
that's what all mid players say.
I cry about getting 4 heroes in my lane. That's when I cry.
Fair enough, fair enough. They are trying to burst down this Alk. Again, though, Alk in a little bit of a bad position here. There's the Ags come out from Weaver, though. They've already used that lasso. This is looking so scary. And he's trying to run himself out. The kinetic field comes in, doesn't connect, but he's just so slow. Ramsey's going to be able to go ahead, turn around. Batrider also going to get taken down. This
might be game.
I don't know. I don't feel like they want to give up quite yet. This is, you know, the next one in is the grand finals. Like, this is one of those things where I think you fight it out to the very, very end if you can.
I mean, I'm sure they want to, but at this point, like they finally almost got no one dead. He was almost dead. And then the Ags is out.
So good. Snako trying whatever he can to just push them out of the base. But he's just one lone little witch doctor. Look at Noah. And he's like, yeah, I don't know about this.
He tries the Manta dodge, is unsuccessful.
Yeah. Look at this illusion just running at Snako and Roger. Oh. what do you do? What do you do if you're Navi right now? Because this Alchemist is officially, you know, he's been a problem, but he's so scary, especially now with the Weaver Axe. You can't kill this guy. You haven't killed this guy at all. He's 8-0-11.
He's going for another Axe too. He's got the point booster queued up, which pretty much means he's going for another Axe. And I think if he puts the Axe on Lil, I literally don't think they can kill him because, yeah, there's the Axe. So this is probably going to go to Lil. Because if they put it on Lil, right, between Weaver Eggs, where you get the time lapse, or Enchant Remnant, which is one of the most broken abilities in the game, let me just make you invulnerable and kick you 1,800 units away, which is like a blink dagger and a half, and you'll be fine.
All right. Man, I mean, Weaver, you know, or no, not Weaver, I'm sorry, the Bloodseeker. Crystallized starting to catch up a little bit. This Alk is just so far ahead here. Saves him the bounty rune even on top of that.
I mean, they want their eggs. They want their turn.
Yeah, right? I mean, this is a very generous alchemist. My alchemists don't give me anything.
No, I need
they'd rather buy a bunch of extra couriers than give it to me when I'm supporting half the time. Sometimes you get some really nice ones. Like, how do they defend this? Like, you've got General, he's looking for an opening, but, you know, this tower just went down so quickly. And the roll coming forward, they let the creeps take the tower.
They were looking for the glimpse on Dendy. That's why the Earth Spirit rolled forward. He didn't even want the kick. He wanted the glimpse on Dendy, and he almost got it. But how they hold high ground, or how they hold, is they let the tier 2s go, which they did, and they have to hold high ground. It's their only option. They have to try and, like, spam waves out with Dendy.
We got a Roche up and running. If they can secure this Roche, I think that's GG.
It's going to be a smoke up from the 4 of them. They're going to make an aggressive maneuver. BP might not see this coming,
they have to. Let's jump forward immediately over here. BKB comes out here from Ramses. There will be a nice hook shot over here onto the side, but there's just not enough damage. They're able to take down Seneko. The roll coming forward here over onto Crystallized. Crystallized, there's just too much damage being popped out. He gets the rapture off, but it doesn't matter. Ramses doesn't care. And there's the chase into the base. They're going hot in pursuit of Dendy here. We'll be able to go ahead, drop the Unstable Concoction. They'll just kind of back off. Glimpse comes back in, though. They still really want to get this kill over onto this Thunder God. Pasha coming forward again, trying to slow him down. The Magnetic coming out as well. And looks like, uh-oh, this is looking real scary for Roger. The Diffusal doing just enough slowing so that Weaver can go ahead. And there's going to be the Yules coming out. Looks like General should be able to get himself back here. Glimpse comes back, but look at that Glimpse range. Oh my goodness, BKB gets taken out here with no one. He's just running around the base. He was leaving care. He's like, yeah, I'm an alchemist. I've got farm. Life is good. Already Ramsey's dropping all of his items. He's feeling very, very confident. Don't give up. Enemy incoming.
You can see no one immediately pinging, like, hey, we haven't won yet. Don't see any of that cloudy stuff.
That's all that they need, right? The ultimate 3-2-2. Glimpse comes back out over onto Dendy. They'll be able to land the Unstable Concoction over here. Seneko trying everything he can to do this, but it's just not going to be enough. Crystallized still running forward. He's got his eyes over here. We'll be able to take down Lil. And now it looks like no one on a little bit problem. He doesn't actually have the Anyway, coming back, the buyback comes out though. They want to finish this game. Ramsey's sitting so very low. They'll turn back around. There's the BKB coming out from Ramsey's. There's going to be a nice hook shot coming in as well, coming out from no one. The GG gets called. VP gonna make it to the grand finals.
I mean, that was just it wasn't even outplay. That was just a straight up outdraft. That Alchemist pick just absolutely devastated. They killed him twice that whole game, and they just didn't have enough burst damage to get him down. The Zeus and the Bloodseeker together, they went for a little bit of cheese with that interaction, but it wasn't enough, and VP just really, really solid drafting from Ramses.